My client's missing a fat chunk out of the side of her nail, so instead of cutting it off, I'm going to show you how I fix it. So I've already laid down my base coat and I'm using Proform, which is a polygel by the brand The Gel Bottle. Once I've laid down my bead, I'm just going to start to blend that in with the natural nail. You'll see that you want to get this really nice and smooth because it really minimizes our filing later. And then once I'm happy with how that's blended with the natural nail, I can start to drag that bead over the missing part of the free edge. It's really important to use quite light pressure here because you'll see shortly I accidentally used too much pressure on that little part where it's missing and it sort of right there bends the product down. It's a pretty easy fix though. I'm just going to use my brush on the underside of the nail just to push that back up and make it all nice and even. You'll notice that I also spread this polygel all the way over the free edge because if we were just to put it over that crack where it's missing, you're going to end up with like a lump on that side and then a really thin nail on the other. But by spreading it over the whole free edge, it makes it all really nice and even. Once I'm happy with how it's looking, I'm going to cure it, and then once it's cured, I've wiped both the top and the bottom with alcohol to get rid of the sticky layer, and now I can move on to filing. You'll see I started with the free edge. I kind of am trying to mimic the shape of her other nails, so a nice natural oval, and then we can move on to filing over the top. You want this to blend so seamlessly with the natural nail because any little ridge or lump is going to create a lump in your builder gel once we apply that later. Because I'm using a clear product, it is a little bit hard to see, so you'll see that I'm rubbing my finger over the top of this, and that's just going to be a lot easier to feel if there's a bump rather than being able to see it. You can also use a sanding band for this, but I do prefer my hand file. I find that I can be a little bit more precise. You can see how natural this looks already. You can't even see where the polygel starts and the natural nail ends, which is why I love using polygel for all kind of extensions and repairs. This is the finished nail after we've applied the builder gel and a cute French tip. And if I had never told you this nail had a chunk out of it, you would never have even known because it looks so natural now. Let me know if you have any questions.